Alrighty, guys. It is 3:30, time to wrap it up for today. And so markets holding on to their gains. They were up here. The retrace so far. The retest is holding at the 75.30s, but they haven't really failed either. They're kind of just trading at that level, building value. Nasdaq, same story there, up here against the London high. Building value hasn't quite failed yet. And it's anyone's guess what's going to happen next, to be honest with you. They retraced the single prints from the overnight, that's for sure. But it's what happens in this overnight, anyone's guess, I would say, anyone's guess. So I would think that we are looking at the range band market at least to get started. Maybe a slight bias to the upside depending on how they end up closing. But if they are trading right up at the edge here, maybe look for a little bit of strength to get started. But if they can't take out that 75.30s, chances are we're going to be trading back down again. Same story with the Nasdaq. If they, I would give it a little bit more room on the upside. I mean, Nasdaq needs to kind of clear this area up here, that the 29,560s, before we start getting excited about the long side on that guy. But it's right now it's not quite there. If they can get up above this area, this big ledge up here, then we should be in pretty good shape. But right now, that's kind of we're a bit away from there. I did a couple of trades, not very successful, I have to say. I got on the way up here, start taking out the that resistance area at the 400s. In J period, I figured, okay, on the pullback, getting an initial balance high here, I got the long one contract, and I moved my stop a bit down here below that true range level. And look at these guys; they just absolutely, they just relentlessly drove this lower, knocked me out, and then some. They took it all the way down here to that 345 level. So that got me in a hole about $70. I tried a long trade on the snapback that went to break even and then stopped me out because they took it another leg lower and then the snapback. So it's like frustrating. But I was waiting for that little snapback. I was expecting at least rotation up like that, but obviously I wasn't able to catch it because after the first retracement, it just went to break even and then knocked me out. So two trades there, and then I tried one more trade here after they tried to take it higher. They took out the highs here twice, and then a nice run up here, and then they totally failed on that one. So I tried a short trade on the way down, and just instantly got myself caught on that one. So twisting in the wind for a while, and of course it went that I tightened that stop a bit, so I didn't want to be stuck in that thing if they're gonna take this higher. But they ran up and did a little stop run and knocked me out. So I'm down 130 right now, 136 on these three trades. So two losers, one scratch or one shakeout, and that was about it. I'm still waiting for them to take it lower to fail, but I mean, obviously they're not. They're going to keep churning it a little bit longer. So we'll see what happens here going into that afternoon. But I'm done trading it. I'm not going to be engaging this anymore. So when it's sloppy like this, it's just. I mean, this first trade was part of the trend to the upside. This one here was my assumption that the resistance was holding and we were heading lower. But obviously we're not, so they're just going sideways. So I'm just going to sit on the sidelines right now and skip it. So I feel that's how you protect your account. Keep trading it, and you just probably have to keeps getting stuck. So no point of doing anything until you see some real action on it. But right now it's just twisting in the wind, sideways action. So I would start off range bound. I would keep a slight bias to the upside, given where we are trading. But if you can if you can't take out that 75.30s on the ES or get up above, at least above the 470s on the Nasdaq, I think we are just going to be looking at a little bit more weakness in the overnight. But so far, it's not showing. The stocks they look like Nvidia is getting a nice boost to the upside. That's interesting. Some hyperscales, Nvidia is going higher, but it's a little bit mixed bag there. So anyway, so that's where we are on the ES and the Nasdaq. But from the Trump's comments, the sell-off we had this morning, pretty good retracement. We are kind of right back to where we started in the overnight, last night. The ES is not quite there, but the Nasdaq is. So let's see where they're going to go from here. The market is going to show some strength, or if the additional kinetic action is going to show it kind of take its toll. Interesting to watch that Asian market when it reopens to see what happens there. That could set the stage for tomorrow's trading as well. Going into tomorrow, we do have, that would be Thursday. We do have a little bit of news, jobless claims at 8:30, existing home sales at 10. 30-year auction at 1. So that's what we got going on for tomorrow's trading Thursday. Looking at the bonds, the bond market is pretty much sideways. They took it lower, traded back up, and I've been drifting a little bit to the upside, but hasn't retraced enough to change my bias. I'm staying on the short side, looking to sell strength. Again, it's going to be against the 1109 to 10s. It's going to be against the 1415 or 14 to 16, and then maybe up here against that 24s for rotations back down. So we'll see. But kind of what I'm looking at right now, at least. All right, so that's the ES, and as I said, I did take an oil trade early on the crypto oil. Didn't go very far. It went up pretty good, and then it ran right back down again. You can see how oil is collapsing in prices down to 73 right now. So obviously the market is not spiking. It was all the way up to 76 almost before they reversed it. So at least maybe market believes that this additional kinetic conflict is going to be pretty short-lived. So we will find out, but I'm only up at buck 40 on that. So it's a small contract. So it's like 14 ticks or so. So back to the ES and the NASDAQ. And as I said, it's only one pointer here, that a mistake I made. The first trade didn't work. Second trade got shaken out and wouldn't have worked if it well, it wouldn't have worked because they ran it lower. The last trade, the short, I had an opportunity here to get out of it. I didn't take it. I was expecting them to run it lower, and I paid for it. So anytime you get stuck in a trade, and I had to remind myself, when you get the chance to get out of it, if you're twisting in the wind, if you get the shot, get out of it, and then try to re-engage it instead of sitting through it like I was doing. Because eventually you get this little stop run activity, and they'll knock you out, and then you'll just be okay, crap, you know. So that's just the lessons learned. Okay, I should have known better on that one, but there you go. Anyway, we'll leave it there. So I'll see you back bright and early in the morning. We'll go at it again. All right, guys, later.